live from StrechLab over in Arcadia. And I'm Casey Cerruti. I'm the area manager of our 3 studios in the Valley. I have Bobby, who is my rock star flexologist. He's actually located here at Arcadia and Greyhawk. And we're coming to you live to help give you a little bit of relief, a little bit of flexibility at home. A lot of you guys are spending some time in home, recovering, resting, actually sick. So whatever the reason may be, there's a lot you can still do within the comfort of your own home, and stretching is a huge component for day-to-day quality of life. And especially if you were sick and you're just now getting the gears going, these are some really great ease into it stretches that we can perform without an assist, without any sort of tools, and Bobby will be here to guide us through all of them. Here at StrechLab, we're an assisted professional stretch facility where you come into the studio, you hop up on the bench, and a flexologist will take you through a full top-to-toe open up. So we work with you from everything, be it circulation assist, post-workout recovery, post-PT, all the benefits of stretching. That's what we do here. But in terms of recovering from any sort of sickness or illness, it's really imperative for you to start getting that circulation system going, regulate that lymphatic system, and really just help ease any sort of those muscles that are working overtime to compensate for being sick. So I have Bobby with me, and we're going to go over to the bench, and he's going to guide me through a few really great at-home stretches.
All right.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yes, you're welcome. So let's go ahead and lay on the bench, face out. So a good one that I like to start with at home, I usually do this a lot, is getting into the glutes. Now the glutes are our powerhouse of our body. So in order to do this at home, basically you just want to bring that knee up to your chest, hug that knee, Casey. Then go ahead, anytime you cross this knee across that midline or the center of that body, that's when you're going to start feeling that stretch here, kind of in that glute max. Now, to get that dreaded piriformis, you still want to hug that knee with that same leg, same arm. We're going to drop this opposite arm, kind of curl around that ankle, give that ankle a little bit of a twist, and drop that leg just a little bit, cross a little bit farther over. Now, to still increase this, still pull on that ankle to get more of a 90-degree turn in that leg here, and that'll kind of intensify the stretch. Again, if that's too strong, just focus more about hugging that knee to that chest and crossing that body just like that, and that'll still be a good stretch for you as well. Now,
That's a good one. That felt good.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, another one that's pretty easy that you can do on your own is that hamstring stretch. Again, just bring that leg straight up. Go ahead and curl the back of that leg to help support, to pull that leg towards your chest. Now, a lot of people kind of indicate straight leg. That's how we should be doing it. But if there's pain behind that knee, we don't want that. We want that all in that muscle belly of the hamstring. So what you can do is you can just bend that knee slightly and still bring it on back. That's fine. That's okay. We're not doing a sit and reach test. Nobody's testing you right now. Go ahead and bend that knee a little bit. Now, in order to gain a little bit further or a little bit higher in that hamstring, bring that knee to your chest right here. We want to cut behind the knee because what we're going to do is we're going to extend that knee out this way, and you should feel it a little bit higher in that hamstring. So just knee to chest, straight leg, whatever feels good, whatever you feel that pull is a good stretch.
How long should they hold a stretch?
So if you are looking to increase that length, you want a minimum of at least 30 seconds. We want to try to aim for like a minute. Okay. If it's uncomfortable holding it for that long, just ease off the pressure because we want time under tension. So time under that strain of stretch. If you stretch for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, that tissue is just going to bunch right back up right where it wants to go. So if we have that sustained long hold, that muscle is going to remember that. It's not going to go right back to its shortened state. So 30 seconds is minimum. That's a good number to aim for, but a minute is what we're really trying to target here.
Oh,
now,
what else you got?
Now, a good one for the torso or the T-spine right here is going to be a torso twist. So how to do that? Again, same thing as that glute stretch, but now we're going to drop that knee all the way down. we're going to take that upper arm, and basically we're just going to open up to the opposite wall. So you can see how her entire torso is twisted, her vertebrae is twisted all the way down to her lumbar, to her sacrum right here. Now, if you're only able to go right here, that's fine. Just go right there. Come back after a little bit. After that muscle's warmed up, try to reach just a little bit farther. And then kind of go back. And then if you need a third one, go a little bit farther just to feel that open up or that tissue to finally release or get comfortable in that position. Now, if this is too much strain on that shoulder joint, you can place that hand on that rib cage and just kind of open up like this and let gravity just kind of help assist you. Or you can have this hand behind that head and kind of lay down like this. And then you could also feel a stretch kind of in that pec muscle since we are pulling on this tissue up here too as well. But the main idea is to twist that spine kind of like you're wringing out a washcloth to gain that diaphragm, to open up those intercostals, those obliques, and that abdomen too as well. So that's going to be a good one, especially when you first wake up in the morning too as well.
That's one of my favorites all day.
Yeah, so no, it's not a bad one. Next one is what we're going to do is we're going to get to the front side of the leg. So we'll have Casey come back to this live long wall over here. Now a good quad stretch, you might have seen people do this, basically kicking that heel to that glute right here, and then pulling that glute or that heel to that glute to get that quad stretch. Now if you're unable to bring that heel all the way up, just go ahead, flex that hip up, curl it down, and then grab that, and then get into that quad stretch. Might be a little bit easier that way than the first way that I showed you. So that's going to get all that front tissue. Again, that quad is connected to that front hip, so it does help with hip flexion too as well. So it's always good to target the quads too, especially if we're in a desk position, a seated position, targeting right here. Same thing with the hamstrings is also a good one if you are seated for a long time. Now another one, especially for all you desk workers, we call this the door frame stretch. So basically, find yourself a door. You can even find yourself a wall. You don't really have to find a door frame, but everybody's got a door frame somewhere. So what you want to envision is placing that palm flat on that door frame, kind of elbow off a little bit. If you want to come around here, you can see how her palm's flat on the door frame. She's almost got a 90-degree bend in the elbow, which is fine. But that inside leg, drop it back, so you're almost kind of in a lunge position. And basically you want to lunge on that knee forward, and then you want to twist that core out and away to feel that stretch right up in that pec. So that's going to be a great one, especially if we are immediately rotated, always on that computer, hunch forward to reopen up the chest and bring our shoulders back to where it needs to go. Another good one is just a simple kind of forward lunge.
Oh yeah, we did this one earlier. You had good cues for this one on how to feel it.
Yes, so a lot of people like to lunge and they like to arc and bend, kind of like a half moon pose. But to really target that front hip, we really want to focus on firing the glute. So we actually want to bend this knee a little bit, get into kind of a staggered stance is what we call it. We want to fire this glute and pretend like there's a rope right here and you're pulling that hip forward. Firing that glute, squeezing that glute, and pushing forward. And you're going to target that front hip right through here. Perfect. So yeah, perfect positioning. Good. And we're feeling it kind of right in that top hip spot.
Yeah, it makes it feel longer whenever you do that.
Exactly. Because guess what? You're firing the opposing muscle group, so you are deneuralizing or relaxing that muscle. You can only do one or the other. So another classic one, another good one, is that calf wall stretch. So leaning into the wall. So basically, in case you come over here. So again, staggered stance. Boom. What we want is to keep this bottom heel onto the ground, just like that. As she lunges forward, she's going to feel a nice stretch throughout this gastroc or this calf muscle. Now there's two ways to do this. This one's going to get the calf. Now we want to target the soleus or the Achilles. So what you want to do, just stay in that position right there. Just bend this knee There you go.
Oh yeah.
And that stretch is going to transfer from here down to here, so a little bit lower. So if we're having a little problem with dorsiflexion or bringing those toes up, foot up to that shin, remember 2 positionings, that straight knee and then also that bent knee. Now you can do this on a curb, you can lean into the wall, or you can even put your foot on that wall if you have enough flexibility and bring yourself closer to that wall, just like that. And then again, you can also bend that knee to get a little bit lower into that soleus or that calf muscle. So there's 2 different ways to do that too as well. So,
so good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you have any more?
I mean, I got one more. We got the chest, we got the lower
do it.
body. Now let's get into the cervical region, or kind of like the neck muscle. So easiest way to do this, most comfortable way, Casey, just have a seat right here. Perfect. Now, what you can do for the neck, basically to get a stretch in the lateral neck, you just drop one ear to one shoulder. Now to add a little bit extra assistance, go ahead and curl around, almost like you're gonna grab that other ear. Keep this shoulder down by engaging that lat or that oblique.
Okay.
And then use that arm to pull over, so you should feel that stretch all through that side. Now, in order to get the back of the neck, keep that position, just rotate that head and then look down towards that knee, and then you'll get it a little bit more in that posterior part of the neck or the back of the neck, which is also a good one.
So good.
Now for a lot of desk workers too, since we are kind of leaning forward, we also want to get to the front part of our neck. So what you do is opposite hand, opposite chest. Find that clavicle there, or that collarbone. What you want to do is you want to press into your chest, pull down, up, and away. So you can see kind of like the striation right here. You can drop the jaw or keep it closed. And the further you turn to the right, the more outside it's going to be, the more straight up, the closer it's going to get to that throat. Now, what you want to watch out for is you don't want to roll all the way over, because you'll feel a click and very uncomfortable in the throat. If you want to get the other side, just reset, replant, pull down and away. You can use the opposite arm to kind of help with that pressure, and look up and away. Drop the jaw and you'll feel that right in that corner of that jaw too as well. So those are great kind of easy take-home stuff that you can do on your own to kind of help with getting back into it, especially if you are kind of getting out of this funk or whatever. Body might be a little tense, a little achy. Stretching will help reopening up those tissues, those muscle fibers, and that will in turn help bring back circulation to those areas and help kind of reset that lymphatic system too as well.
Isn't he smart? We're so lucky we have him. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I hope you guys enjoyed our little tidbit of stretches you can do at home when you are feeling better and ready to get back out in groove. We would love to see you in the studio. We have 3 studios open right now in the Valley. Greyhawk over on Thompson Peak and Hayden, Arcadia, 44th and Indian School, and then also Gainey, that is on Doubletree and Scottsdale Road. We just launched, we're really excited about this during these times that are a little bit uncertain. If you are a member and you are not able or really ready to come in and get stretched in studio, you can actually donate your stretches to some of the healthcare providers around town that are helping us during these hard times. So more information regarding that, reach out if you are a member. We'll let you know how you can do so. It's pretty exciting, super supportive, however we can help and be a part of the solution. But give us a buzz, a call, a text. You can book online, you can come in, and we are open. Thank you so much.